Good afternoon, Texans. Today is September 23rd, 2013, and you are watching the Texan Sports Minute with this sports fanatic, Trevor Peele. The weekend was full of close games, blowouts, and tough losses. Some of these topics include Texans get a push from true freshmen, Texans start off the LSC on top, Texas Rangers try to stay in wild card race, Cowboys lead the NFC East, and much more from around the sports world. The Texan football team traveled to San Angelo this weekend as they prepared for their second football game of the season. The Rams weren't just a pushover team. They had the top two rushers in the LSC, Kyle Washington and Jeremy Calhoun. The battle was tough for the Texans, but true freshman Clifton Rhodes III made sure the Texans wouldn't lose. Rhodes had 5 catches for 103 yards and a career-high 3 touchdowns. One touchdown came at a crucial time. With the Rams taking the lead with 1 minute and 48 seconds remaining in the game, the Texans found themselves down 34-31. Quarterback Jake Fenske had to start from his own 17-yard line and cover the whole field if the Texans wanted to win. Fenske completed a couple short passes as well as using his feet to convert a big third down. After that, Fenske let it fly 35 yards. After getting tipped by an ASU player, Rhodes kept his eye on the ball and reeled it in for the score. The Texans won the game 38-34. The dual quarterback system is still working for the Texans. Aaron Doyle, who started the game at quarterback, going 10 for 21, 171 yards, and 2 touchdowns. This one he completed to an 8-yard pass to Jinkin Fry for the score. Doyle also led the Texans in all rushers, carrying the ball 13 times for 69 yards and a touchdown. Fenske completed 13 of 29 passes for 167 yards and also a pair of touchdowns. If you can only make home games, you'll still have to wait a couple more weeks. The Texans travel to Frisco this Saturday to take on LSC rival Abilene Christian. The game is set to kick off at 4 p.m. at Toyota Stadium. Come out and show your support. Texan volleyball started off conference play to perfection. On Friday night, they hosted Cameron. The Texans quickly found themselves down 1 set, but after a spark from Jasmine Green, who had a career high with 14 kills, the Texans went on to win the match 3-1. Help also came from Stacey Murrah and Katie Covell, who each had 12 kills. Senior setter Danielle Barker surpassed the 2,500 marker in assists. With 43 assists Friday night, her total now is 2,505. On Saturday, Midwestern came to Wisdom Gym. It took the Mustangs longer to warm up for the game than it took for the Texans to put the game away. It was the fastest game of the season for the Texans. The defense was on point, holding the Mustangs to a whopping 0.37 hitting average, as well as a negative .029 in the first set. Murrah had 12 kills and was the only Texan to break double figures in the match. They now are 7-4 overall, 2-0 in the LSC, and also 3-0 at home. The Texans host St. Mary's tomorrow at 7 p.m. in Wisdom Gym. The Texan Rangers lost in the wrong type of fashion yesterday. In control of their own destiny, right fielder Justin Maxwell of the Kansas City Royals belted a 2-out grand slam to defeat the Rangers 4-0 in extra innings. The Rangers kept the Royals scoreless for 9 innings, which was great. The bad side is they didn't score in 10 innings. The Rangers are now 3-9 in extra innings this season. With the Oakland A's clinching the AL West title, the Rangers fall 2 games behind Tampa Bay and a game and a half behind the Cleveland Indians for the second and last AL wildcard position. They have a 7-game losing streak at home, and that's where they are headed tonight to take on the Astros. It is a crucial game for the Rangers. They just need to hope the Rays and the Indians don't win out, or they won't make the playoffs for the first time since the 2009 season. The final 7 games are at home. If any time is the time for a winning streak, it is now. The Chicago Bears stay undefeated at 3-0 as they take advantage of the turnovers by the Pittsburgh Steelers, who fall to 0-3. The defense of the Bears scored 2 touchdowns, which was more than 6 teams did on Sunday. Julius Peppers returned a Ben Roethlisberger fumble 42 yards with under 4 minutes left to seal the win 40-23. In all, the Bears forced 5 turnovers, converting 4 of them into points. The stumbling Steelers made a late-game push as they got within 4 points in the fourth quarter, but shot themselves in the foot. Even though the Steelers outgained the Bears 459 yards to 258 yards of offense, it was the defense that won the game. Major Wright had the other touchdown for the Bears defense as he took an interception 38 yards to the house in the second quarter. A different team has won the NFC East in the past 4 years. If the timetable is correct, it is now time the Cowboys win the division. It has been since 2009 they have done this. If you are a Cowboys fan, then great things happened this week for you in Charlotte, Washington, and Philadelphia. The Giants and the Redskins fall to 0-3, while Philly, who started off looking great, has quickly dropped 2 straight. The Cowboys now have a strong chance of taking hold of the most popular division in the NFL. After destroying the Rams 31-7, Tony Romo had an outstanding passer rating at 137.2, while DeMarco Murray had the second best game of his career, rushing for 175 yards and a touchdown. The Cowboys aren't undefeated, but the only loss came by 1 point from a non-conference game. The boys have yet to have a bad performance game and is looking to be the best season of the Jason Garrett era. They will face the Chargers in Week 4. If they fall in that game, of course critics and sports analysts will question their consistency. It wouldn't help that the following week they will face Peyton Manning and his Broncos. I guess we will have to wait and see what this down-to-the-wire team has in store for us this year. That's all the sports I have for you. Thank you for joining me today on the Texan Sports Minute, where it's all about sports and all you need to know. This has been a product of the Texan News Service. You can read up on your sports or news at texannews.net or follow me on Twitter at Texan News Sports. Special thanks to Alyssa Wynn and Monet Gerald for producing today. Have a wonderful day, Texans, and don't forget to bleed purple.